Hey, I've got a comparison video going on here between Infinite Flight and Aerofly 2. I'm playing on Galaxy S6 Edge Plus with 4 gigs of RAM and graphics set to fucking high as hell. So, first of all, I'm just going to be looking at the cockpit of the 747-400 and just kind of comparisificating, comparing the shit that's different. The joystick's going crazy. I guess this is probably not called a joystick. I don't know what they call these things. Flight wheel, I don't know. But anyway, as you can see, there's truly incredible detail going on in this game. Aerofly 2 is what I'm in right now. I mean, they've got papers on the flight. What is that? I mean, I'd assume that's a like flight plan thingy, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not into these kinds of big planes really, so I don't know much about them. Fucking menu down there. And the cool thing is, all these digital readouts work. So, I mean, that's truly amazing. Everything is working in this game. So, I'm just gonna throttle up, take off, and then fly a little bit, and then we'll go to infinite flight. Got an outer view for a second there. So, unfortunately, the physics in this game aren't exactly the best. They're decent, but they're a little bit touchy. It's just they're good. They're not perfect. They're physics. They work. I mean, these guys built a RC flight simulator before this, so I mean, I'm sure they'll improve on the flight engine in the future. But right now, it's just a little bit awkward. I mean, planes don't really work the way they would normally work, but they work pretty good. I mean, the wings are bending. You know, everything you'd expect is working somewhat decent. But, yeah, watch this. This is always fun. Go down and up. Whee! It's a bird. Anyway, all the digital readouts are working. So that's something cool about this game. Definitely really cool about this game. I guess maybe that doesn't work down there. I thought it did, but apparently it doesn't. Anyway, this is a good game, and it's got amazing realism as far as flight modeling, aircraft modeling, I guess. And the place where I'm flying, it's a lot different than Infinite Flight, as I mean, the scenery has detail, and Infinite Flight just doesn't have detail, really. Actually, I mean, it has detail. It has good detail. Better water than this game does. But they didn't add any scenery. They didn't add any buildings. They didn't even add any airports. So hopefully that'll come in the future. Hopefully better flight modeling will come in the future, too. But for now, I mean, this one's definitely my favorite as far as flight modeling goes. Aircraft modeling, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Kind of fun fucking around with this plane. Frame rate, the frame rate is kind of a bitch sometimes. Unfortunately, go by Alcatraz. this is just a really cool game. It's fun to buy. It's, it's fun to have. It's just cool. It's a flight simulator that you should have on your phone. But Infinite Flight is too. They're both really good, and they both have really good aspects, but they're different. Infinite Flight has amazing flight physics. This game has amazing flight models. So, there's a difference, but anyway, that's showing you that. So, this is pretty cool. But now let's go to Infinite Flight and fuck around with that plane. So, here I'm in Infinite Flight. Flight modeling is different. Seems like the cockpit color is different. Yeah, almost looks like this plane's older or something. But it's a 747-400, so it's the same plane. None of these indicators work at all, which is kind of sad. But the levers work, and the flight stick works. It's not shaky as fuck, which is pretty cool. I like that. Rudder's not doing anything down there. That does something. Alright, flaps down. This is a good realistic simulator, but the flight modeling in the cockpit isn't very good. The outer views are fucking incredible, but most flight enthusiasts won't be using outer views that much. You'll always prefer an inner view, a cockpit view, when you're landing or when you're flying. I honestly prefer the outer views, but this game doesn't have very good outer views. Anyway, I don't fucking know what I'm saying. Let me just fly this thing. All the elevators and ailerons and whatnots are working good. Alright, brakes are off. Alright, lock my camera. Alright, shove the brakes on. Power, brakes off, and go forward. Ooh, kind of fucked up that takeoff. Anyway, as you can see, the flight physics in this game are a lot better than in Aerofly. But the flight modeling, the aircraft overspeeding, god damn it. And that's why I fucking hate these things. They have so much power, but if you go over 400-ish miles an hour, knots, I guess, 400 knots, then you're screwed. The funny thing about these planes is they have so much power that you can basically just go straight up, and it's just fucking ridiculous. It's pretty goddamn impressive, but it's also fucking ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna stall this thing. Do the best I can to stall it anyway. Guess I could whip out my spoilers, flaps, make everything go slower. Stalling. There we go. Alright. Pull on my yoke. I guess that's what it's called. A yoke. Not a flight stick. Uh-oh. Oops. This isn't good. This is really not good. Yeah, okay, it's still not good at all. Well, that didn't end so well. Anyway, the games don't compare, but they kind of compare. I don't know. I mean, each game is individual. I mean, they're both good, but they have their issues, they have their pluses, they have their minuses. I'd recommend you buy both of these games. I mean, they're both extremely good. Aerofly 2 is incredibly beautiful, but Infinite Flight is extremely good in the simulation department. So, I mean, if you're considering buying one or the other, just buy both. And, yeah. Well, actually, you know what? The one issue I have with Infinite Flight is there's just so many in-app purchases, and all the planes cost just about as much as you paid for the game. Most of the planes are about $5, and I mean that's a pain in the ass. But I mean, what can you expect? All games do in-app purchases nowadays, so you know whatever. And another thing that kind of pisses me off is there's no variety. There's no Russian aircraft. There's no Chinese. There's no Japanese. There's no I said Russian. There's no European. It's only American aircraft. It seems. I don't even. I mean, I don't. One of these manufacturers might be British or something. I don't know. But I know that most of these aircraft are extremely American, even though I mean, they're Air Canada, Air China, but I don't really like flying these kinds of things. They're just kind of bulky. They're not fun to fly. And it's kind of depressing that there's only a few planes that are fun to fly in this game. And I mean that's the Spitfire, P-38, Super Decathlon. I mean it's extremely limited, but my fingers are crossed that they're going to add some variety to this game and some better kind of commercial, no, better like private aircraft, stunt aircraft. I mean, I'd love a pit special in this thing. Might even be really cool to have a Vans RV6 or RV4. Um, anyway, I mean, I'm hoping to see more planes in the future. As of now, it's kind of boring. But Aerofly 2 has a good selection. I mean, they've got some good planes going on. They have fun planes going on. They've got some big commercial jets or commercial airline kind of things, but there's a Cessna. There's a Baron 58. That's a cool plane. Glider here. Sopwith Camel. I bought the Mega Pack, which really, I mean, if you're gonna buy a plane, you should just buy the Mega Pack. It's a lot, or you get a lot of value. Anyway, there's cool planes in this game, and there's kind of boring games in Infinite Flight, or boring, fucking goddamn, boring planes in Infinite Flight, fun planes in Aerofly 2. So that might kind of make you decide to get Aerofly 2 or Infinite Flight. I don't know. I recommend you get both because they're both amazing. But I don't know. I mean, god damn it. I don't know what to fucking say. Just get one of them. Get two of them. I don't know. Whatever. See you guys around. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And you can thumbs it down, thumbs it up, whatever you want to do. Anyways, see you later. Or not.